Bienvenidos a todos ustedes. Welcome all to my channel, Dolls by Mr. Fabre. And if you haven't guessed, I am Mr. Fabre. Now we are here to do our review on the final Barbie Basics model, which is model number 9. She just arrived about an hour ago. Now, initially when these dolls dropped, I bought them off. I bought models 6, 7, and 9 on Mattel Creations, but of course it takes a few days for them to ship, so I also ordered a second set through Amazon. So on Amazon, the day that they launched, all the dolls were listed except model number 9. So I ended up finding her on Walmart, and I bought her on the 19th, and she arrived today. I'm a little disappointed because her face screening is not the best, but I'm not mad just because I'm going to get another Barbie Basics in the next week or so. So, I mean, that's fine. But when I'm looking at her, one eye looks slightly bigger than the other. So yeah, if you don't like misprints, maybe don't get your Barbie Basics at Walmart. I don't know. The misprints, like I mentioned in previous dolls, it doesn't bother me as much just because, you know, we as humans, we are flawed, you know, we can't be perfect. Some people may have that expectation for a doll because it's manufactured. You can make something perfect if it's a toy form, whatever. I personally don't mind, but yes. So this is how she looks in the box with her gold outfit. It's just like the other Barbie Basics dolls. Interesting enough, they used the old packaging from the last year's Barbie Basics where all the dolls aren't on the front. That's very interesting. Huh. And then it has her being like the redhead stepchild just over here. I wonder why they did it with this one specifically, unless if this was the initial prototype and then they decided to update the other ones, and it has just the saying in English only, when the other boxes that I reviewed had like the multiple languages. It had all the dolls in the front. So this is very interesting. Anyway, so yep, this is how the doll looks. So I'll go ahead and I will flip the camera over and then we'll do a more in-depth review. So stay tuned. All right, so here is the Barbie Basics model number 9 out of the box. And now, if she looked like this, it would have been really nice, but let's get into it. So first things first, like all the Barbie Basics, she comes with the certificate of authenticity right here. And let's start with her face. She has the Tamika screening, and if you see, this eye looks slightly bigger than this eye. Now, I don't know if this is just a misprint or a wonky eye on just my doll specifically, or if it's going to be a repetitive thing. Just because I know last year some people were having issues with the Barbie Basics Carl doll. I know that some people were complaining that she had a wonky eye. Unfortunately, one of mine does have a wonky eye, but I have her in box and she's kind of like, her head's tilted to the side so you can't really tell. So it kind of masks it, but I know that there were some people that had an issue with that. So I don't know if this will be the chosen doll with the wonk face, because up until this point, all my dolls have had perfect face screenings. But the misprint doesn't really bother me as much. Like, I feel like half the world has one eye that's slightly bigger than the other. But I love her makeup look. It's very simple. I love the gold. I love her lip color. And then she has like these gold hoop earrings that we've seen with many dolls. I believe the Mariah Carey doll has these earrings in silver. So it's nothing brand new. And then her hair is very gelled down. We're gonna definitely have to brush those curls out. Yeah, they're very gelled. And then her hairstyle is just a very simple, like half up, half down look. Yeah, these curls are gonna need a brushing. And then we have her little moo dress. I don't know. I wonder why they just didn't maybe do this in spandex, because to be honest, if it was tight like this, it would have looked slightly better, but it just, I don't know. I feel like this design is so lazy. It's like, y'all couldn't come up with anything else. Y'all just, the only thing you can give her is just a piece of fabric and that was it. Like, there was absolutely no innovation with this outfit. It's just like a piece of cloth on her. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me like a tube dress, but maybe put a little bit more style into it. I don't know. It's just, and I just feel like it doesn't flatter her body at all. Like, she's a very nice curvaceous doll. It's like, we want to see those curves. Like, look. And then we have this. It's just, I don't know if they're going for like a baby doll look, like a baby doll dress, but I feel like if they wanted to go that style, then let's like rise up the outfit to kind of give that baby doll dress feel. This is just, I don't really know what they were thinking with this style. It just seemed kind of lazy and boring to me. I wish there was a little bit more effort into it. I mean, yeah, it would have been nice if it was just more tight fitting. Anyway. And then we're going to get to the shoes. The shoes are my favorite part of the doll. I will say these shoes are definitely my favorite. They're very beautiful. I feel like next to the Barbie Basics and the Goddess Sculpt, which is, I believe, model number 6, I will say like these are my number 1 favorites. And then the Goddess Girl shoes are my second favorite. But yeah, and then of course she has the removable neck peg. There we go. Very, very simple. And of course she is in the, curvy made to move body with the 22 points of articulation, with articulation in the head, the arms, and then we have that little like bicep area, the elbows, the wrists, and then she has, of course, that torso articulation. And then she has articulation in the legs, and then in the knees, and in the ankles. One thing I will say about these Barbie Basics dolls, I like that they have stiff joints on their ankles. I've noticed that all the dolls that I've been getting for Barbie Basics, in the individuals, their ankle joints have been very tight, which I really like. When it comes to the kits, I don't remember if they're tight or loose. I know for the curvy one, her ankle joints were pretty tight, but I don't remember for the other two. I think they were regular. They weren't like crazy loose. But yep, this is how model number 9 looks, and I will go ahead and flip the camera over and give my final thoughts. All right, so my final thoughts on the Barbie Basics model number 9 doll. I will say probably outfit wise, this is maybe my least favorite outfit. Because I feel like the only thing I really like are just the shoes and the earrings. Model number 6 would probably be my second least favorite, but I think, sorry to say, her outfit's kind of a flop. I do feel that if her outfit was more tight fitting like this, she would have looked a lot better. I feel like they should have just given this dress spandex, but maybe they didn't do that because they already gave model number 8 the spandex outfit. And I know that with the neutral kits and all that stuff, with the neutral outfits, they use different materials. Of course, they had the spandex material, and then they had, and then they had this gold material that's not stretchy. So I'm assuming that's why they did this. But I feel like it just doesn't flatter her body very well. I don't know. I just feel like I'm just kind of disappointed. And just like, I feel like there wasn't, maybe it's just a personal preference. I prefer loose fitting outfits serve their purpose, but if it flatters the doll shape, you know, it's like, I don't mind a doll having a more baggy outfit, but if it flatters the doll's body, there's a time and a place, to make something tight fitting or something loose fitting. I feel like in this case, it should have been slightly tight fitting, because I feel like she looks so much better like this. Anyway, all in all, I will probably give this doll a 7 out of 10, unfortunately. There are some positives. I love her hair color. I love her earrings, her face, minus the wonky eye. And I love the shoes. The shoes are very pretty. I do have plans on restyling her. That's why I got her, because I'm not going to keep her in this dress. Or maybe when I learn how to sew better, I'll probably make the adjustment and I'll probably make this more tight fitting. But anyway, yep, that's all pretty much I have to say. Just wanted to do the final review, and I'll release all the videos all at once so you guys can see which Barbie basics you like and which one suits you best. So anyway, until next time, bye-bye.